welcome. This is Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod. I am Monster to Mermaid. And this has been, this week has been quite a week. So, with a parent who is not feeling well, and the not feeling well is painful. And so it's been a little difficult. There was a little issue in the game earlier in the week, and the developers of Minecolonies, they came to the rescue really quickly, which is always amazing. I mean, that's one of the reasons why Minecolonies is so much fun to play. It's because that happened. But in the midst of all that, my meditation has created a depot, import depot. The air conditioner is going to come on. Perfect timing. The air conditioner is going to come on right now. Has created. We worked on a depot. So this building that I'm in, I'm going to change my view. You might recognize from the hallway, because the hallway is out of the Gatehouse corridor district. This is the Gatehouse here. And there it goes. There's the white noise from the heater coming on. The temperature dropped 20 degrees last night, and so it is a little chilly this morning, but we are not having snow and some of the weather that they are on the East Coast. We're in the Midwest of the United States, or in the Northwest. They've been having some pretty different weather for themselves. And but here we are. This is where Danny was working on a builder's shop, and this is what Aquatica's builder's shop, except that we have made some changes, and we have put in a destination right here for a crane to drop materials down to this level, which is the underwater level. And what's missing is this, is the place for a scrub, a little submarine, to come and pick up that merchandise. And so that's what we're going to work on. Actually, we can't work on it. We're going to see how close Case is. Case was doing some jobs here. I think we got Danny or Case to work on
It's a fine morning.
Hi Bronson, I know, I'm sorry. It is a fine morning, and I apologize for not remembering your name. You look very bright. You look very bright. That makes me want to do something about the lighting. Let's look at, this is a level 2, and no one is working on it right now, and so we'll come over. Case is the only builder left, and he's at his builder's shop down the hall. I can see him standing there. Danny went back to being a fitness trainer, and he is helping druids with their archery. He's an expert archer, and I just saw Case go away from his shop. Yep, sure enough, he must have got some building materials, because he is running around and getting ready to do some work. How close is he now? He's got half of his concrete, white concrete, and he needs all of his light gray concrete practically, but he is getting some of it. He probably just got a delivery of, because usually it's like 16 is delivered at a time. And so he's gone to work on his project, which is finishing the recreation area for the Gatehouse Hotel. This is the Gatehouse Hotel here. I'm going to go upstairs. Kelsey is serving breakfast because I believe it is that time. Let's see what time it is. Sure enough, it is morning, and there he goes, and we can see him, and there he is. He has enough white, it looks, that's what he was waiting for the gray for. See, he's putting in gray pieces, and so he got some, and it's taking him a while. This is a big project, and he's probably going to go down and say he needs more of the light gray. And we have Cadence, we have Juan, and we have Kendra. They are all concrete mixers, and they are taking care of that for him. It just takes time. And so I'm going to stop him from working on this for a minute. Let's cancel build for a second. Cancel. And give him a rest from that. We're going to have him work on the scrub platform that needs to be put in. And the reason I want him to work on that is because at level 1, the scrub platform does not require any concrete yet. And so let's come here to the build options. The builder is Case. Like I said, he's the only one left. And build the building. Now, one of these builders should be able to build a stash box and a post box. I'm going to go look for a minute and see. But it's also strange. It's been a strange week. Of course, two people, prominent people in the United States passed away. A prominent actor and a prominent activist, prominent political figure passed away this week. And then I just found out just when I woke up that a friend lost somebody important to them, passed away. And it seems pretty sudden in respect to the fact that she got to spend some really quality time with the person after not seeing them for a while, got to spend some quality time with them this past summer. And that sort of brought to mind the fact that the family member who is ill is 93, and it's always scary when a person at that age isn't feeling well, and so there's a lot of stresses going on, and so I come here when I'm troubled, which is a quote from Star Trek, which you probably wouldn't find anywhere, because it's one of those things. I have every once in a while some little piece, a snippet of movie or series that I love that sticks with me in weird ways, and that's one of them. I come here when I'm troubled. Let's go to here and see if Mildred is the one who makes stash boxes and post boxes. Let's go to teach, and let's go here. So I didn't sleep well last night. It's 3 o'clock in the morning where I am, and you're going, last night? You haven't been to bed yet, that's what you're thinking. And it's like, but I have. Let's see who makes this. It's the carpenter. So we're going to go around the corner to Dax. Now, normally, before we got the corridor fixed, when we came here, if we wanted to go to Dax, we would have had to go down this hall. But we now can cut through Steffi's dining hall here. Good morning, Steffi. Looks like she's feeding everyone comfortably. And in through the taxi stand, this is actually a taxi stand here for the makers area. And this is Dax on the left, where those beautiful blue colors are, is where Dax is. And right here. So this is Dax here. How did one, ooh, look at that, one on each side. How interesting. Let's see what we want to do. Can we do this? No, it won't cover it up. Even if it's like that, it won't cover it. So let's get a piece of block and get rid of these. These are behind a wall, which is why it didn't show before. And look at that. Let's come down. This is Cavern. This is a modified Cavern style default level 5 sawmill in Minecolonies, and we have personalized it. I think that's the best way to put it, that we personalized it for Dexter. Dexter is the second Dex we have in Arnaaluk, this city of the Druids. Oh, water. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I have something in my eye. That is my water alarm. Hello. And this morning I'm having fruit. And we're going to go to crafting and teach a stash box. Well, I need some wood. This is saying plank. Okay. So let's come here and see what kind of plank he has. Whoa. Look at the mangrove that he has. What? That's interesting. He's processing mangrove. Very curious. Look at that. I wonder if that should be picked up from the... Oh, and there's some... We have a collection of explorers who have come to visit. And those are Druid explorers. We have an exploration center, and those Druids specifically they're interested in the city, and they visit from time to time, visit different places, probably trying to get some information for when they go out again in the submarine. And let's come here. Or they were doing some research. Maybe they found some unusual trees or plants, and they were giving that information to Dex. Now that I have a piece of wood, let's come back here to the stash box, and let's do this. We're definitely not using, wait, what is that? Oh man, it was oak. I didn't have to do anything. Shoot. Well, now I'm just going to change it into birch. Just for this. And we've got that. And let's do the post box. And it's like, shouldn't these have already been something that he could make? It's more than likely that they should be. And let's do this. And look what we just got, because we had the birch in our hand. So excellent, excellent. Okay. It should be something, but we have two other carpenters. We have two other sawmills. Milan and Logan is the, no, that name's not right. Logan's the brickyard. Leroy. That's it. Leroy is the lead sawmill, the lead carpenter in Arnaaluk. Let's get them to pick this up. Request to pick up. I'm going to get them to pick up the mangrove that he's processed, and I think it's the end of the day. I think everyone's gone. Yes, it's already. Wow. 9 o'clock at night. And so we're going to head out. Now Dex lives in one of these two houses that's right here. And we're going to head back to the depot where we were so that you can see the work that we did on it. So I just came the old way, going past these two houses. So we have 4 family homes in this area. We actually have 5. Where the minor is, that's the minor right here. This cyan color that you see on the building is actually the minor. And in his corridor, we did build him a house of his own. And I think that he's there by himself. I'm actually going to check for a moment and see if anyone's living with him. If there's anyone. This is Leonardo's smithery, blacksmith. He's a blacksmith. We passed Everly's brickyard, and no, she's a stonemason. Logan's the brickyard owner. And this is Daniela. Daniela is one of 2 ores smelter processors that we have. Let's come around here. And remember, in this narrow piece right here, taking away Daniela's view of the outside a little bit. Not that there was anything there. She could see, I think, the hall at one point, but she can't anymore. We put in a private home, which we haven't looked at in a long time, but it's a cute private home. And sure enough, he's here by himself. Let me look at something for a minute. Jameson, remember when I was looking at people? I don't think there's anyone here who doesn't live with someone who could come here and be here. Lena is living with a new person who's not listed here. What happened to him? That's interesting. There's Jenna. Marcel, that's who Lena's living with. She's living with Marcel. And both the cow farmers, she was there first, and when Marcel came along, they got along very well together, and they decided to live together. Steffi is living with Patrick, and so I know that she is. Mildred is, where's Mildred? That's interesting. Mildred and Jameson might have interesting, but Daniela is with Philip, and the 2 of them, they have a home near here. And there isn't anyone except Avery. Let's see who's Avery is living with. We'll find out who Avery is living with and see that this is Jameson's place here. And he does have Zane as a druid who is here, a druid archer who is going down into the mines with him. And let's see if I can find Mildred. That would be kind of nice. And I'm coming here and looking at people. Let's see who lives here. This is Tadeo, Philip, and Leonardo are all living together in this house. So they're rooming together. Who's here? It's Mauricio and Fatima, and they're a couple. Let's come over here. And this is Gray and Raquel, and they are a couple as well. And let's come in. And here's Daniela, and this is Daniela's house with Philip. Philip is a druid, a peace druid, but he spends a lot of time. In the very beginning, when he first got here, he was just mooning all over her all the time. And so we put them together, and they've been happy ever since. So she doesn't live there. So let's look for the other housing in this area. Mildred couldn't be in the dorm, could she? She couldn't be in the dorm, but maybe she is. Because where would she be? Hold on, let's check. Let's see if she's living in the dorm. This is the farm dorm. And Micah is here. Everly and Daniela, they're the only ones here. Oh, that is interesting. Hold on. So let me find... I'm looking for Mildred. Let me see. Where else? Ah. If it's here... She's 46 away. There isn't anything close enough. Is there? I mean, she could be here. I think this is far. Let's check for a second. If she was here, she would be here somewhere. This is Nola living by herself. Right here. And this is Michaela and Lane, who are a couple, and they have kids together. They live here. There's work being done on their house, obviously. And this is Jonas living by himself. Interesting. So we have room for people. And right here, this is Blood living by herself. And so, no. Where in the world is she living? Fascinating. She couldn't be there. These are all too far away from her. I think these are too far away. So we have one set of housing right here. Let's see if she's actually living down here in one of these houses. We know that Steffi and Patrick are in one house. Let's see who's in the other house. I thought that these were couples here. So Steffi and Patrick live here. Let's go in this house and see who lives here. This is Steffi and Patrick. Okay. Let's go in this house then and see who lives here. And this is Dexter and Arden. Mildred doesn't live anywhere. How is that possible? What house am I missing? What house have I lost? I'm intrigued by the fact that I can't find her. Okay, there's Steffi. We saw where they live. Oh. How silly of me. Look at this. The Enchanted. She's living in the Enchanted, of course. Let's come here and let's see how these are arranged. Hannah, Avery, and Adeline and Mildred live in this house right here. So this is a bunch of women living together. And let's come up. And there they are, like the three little bears living here. We're going to move one of these women in with Jameson, and we're going to see who it is who wants to live with him. So that was Hannah, Avery. Hold on, Hannah, Avery, Adeline, and Mildred. All three of them, all four of them. So let's come. Oh, good, they fixed themselves. Let's come over to Jameson's house and let's see who the winner is. Who's going to get to move into a little house with Jameson. There's Jameson right there. And let's come here and look. So we saw that Avery can live there. Hannah can live there. So really, Avery and Hannah. Mildred, this doesn't do good for her, and it doesn't do good for Hannah the chef. Who was it? We have two Hannahs: Hannah the chef and Hannah the Fletcher. And so I think the winner of this is going to be either Avery or Hannah. And let's think about it. Avery works with stone. He's a miner. They have some things in common. We're going to move her there. And that'll just leave 3 women living in that house together. And I think that'll be good. Yay, the air conditioner went off. And so there we are. So that was a little interruption to the fact that I was going to show you. Maybe I was just waiting for you to get here. Hold on. I was just waiting for you to get here so I could show you what I worked on Twitch yesterday. It took me like 2 hours. I'm having fruit. It took me 2 hours to work on it. But it was very fun. So we're going to come through the Willows apartment building. And we're going past the Druid station for the Willows right here. Now, Hannah the chef works down that hall, and down this way begins the Gatehouse District. This is Gatehouse District with the nether portal, the ship portal that is a ruin. It's 1,000 years old. It's a ship portal that belonged to the Mer Nation of Ta'ana. Kelsey is up. Good morning, Kelsey. And then we have the hotel here. This is the Gatehouse Hotel with the taxi center, with its own taxi center. And then this is Whitley. Whitley's Bakery is here. And Case, we reassigned Case to work on, he was working on something in the hotel, but we've reassigned him to work on the scrub platform for this depot. Now this is the depot, and sure enough, he's working on it. I don't know why that water isn't coming in, because he removed a piece there, but it's not coming in yet. He's waiting for some materials, to get some materials to work on that. I got wet, and so I have siren sight. This is the lower level, and we haven't started using this area yet, so there's no merchandise in here. I'm going to try and figure out what I want to do with this whole part of the building here. Let's go up the elevator to the second part. So we joined two Aquatica builder shops. We transformed the upper one. This is the one on the surface, and we're going to open the doors. These are Macaw's garage doors. It's snowing. Oh, look at that. That was either Annabella or Galilea that just went by. Look at the snow. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. This is where the sled dogs are going to come in and deliver merchandise from the river border, the biome border river port, and we have it so that the sleds can pull completely in, so the dogs can actually come in here. I just realized just now that this yard here would be perfect for the sled dogs when they are not, when they are resting. And I think that that's going to, where they're going to come while they're waiting for things to be unloaded from the sleds. They will be in that yard. And then this is the crane that the merchandise that comes off of It's snowing, comes off of the sleds, gets put on this crane. This is a crane extracted from underwater base. The crane build itself is from Matlom and McSasa's underwater base. This is the warehouse crane, and we extracted it in 19, actually. It's one of the first extractions that we did, where we separated a portion of a build from the build to use in a different location, and this is it. And so this crane, I think we have this crane in another area where the warehouse, the main warehouse, is using a crane like this at the top floor to deliver merchandise to scrubs on the surface of the frozen ocean. So both of these are being used, both of these cranes are being used on the surface. This, the idea for the glass that we're using actually comes from the Gatehouse. And this gatehouse is, this is Shire Gatehouse, and we built the gatehouse very early on when the gatehouses had first started, because John Ryer, he did a gatehouse pretty early for them. It was Mr. Villager who showed us that the structurized for this gatehouse had been messed up. We didn't know. We actually built this. I mean, I didn't put this in. The builder actually got every single piece of these different pieces that you see here and built it like this. This is unique. This is a mistake, actually, of structurized that has been fixed. But it looks so beautiful, I decided not to change it. It looks like it's indigenous. It reminds me of totem poles and indigenous people in the Arctic and in Alaska and stuff. That's what the building reminds me of. And so we took the glass, an idea to have glass from like that building with the acacia, but since this is a delivery depot, we wanted yellow to be somewhere, and we could, oh, that would be an interesting thing to do. Let's get some yellow concrete, because in keeping with Matlom and McSasa's underwater base colors, we're going to lose the bells if we do that, but we can put them back up and connect them back again. Do I want to? Since it's on the surface, I don't think I need to because of the yellow in the glass. I don't think I want to do that right now. I wanted these to look like they open the doors. They're actually Mr. Crayfish. I've got two. Yeah, you have to have one on the inside. That's the reason I wanted them, because they're actually doorbells, but I wanted them to look like they opened and closed these doors. And so, since it's snowing, although, who is this? This is Annabella. No, it's Galilea. Hi, Galilea. She's fine where she is, but I'm going to close it against the cold. So yes, so we made it so that the crane actually could, looks like it does, go down to here and place that platform right down in this area for things to be delivered. And we had fun doing it. So this was 2 builders' shops that we then put together. Where can I go? Oh, I know where I can go. I can go out the door here so you can see, because there's still a door here for right now. There won't be in a little bit because he's working on this. So, oh, I had something in my hand. It's dangerous. Dangerous to have something in my hand. All right, so here I am on the outside, and you can see how we combine these 2 builder shops in order to do this. Now, why didn't I use one of Aquatica's double buildings? Because I couldn't find one the size that I wanted. I thought I wanted it to be this size, and I do. See, we have other buildings here. This is the dressing area for the bathhouses, sticking off of the back of this mystic site. This mystic site is cavern style that we're using for the bathhouse. And then this is underwater base, the archery center, which we are using as a fitness room. This is the design at level 5 for the archery center is a fitness area. And then over here, these are buildings. We still have to do some decorations in this area. We haven't finished, and this building needs to be brought up to level 5. It is not. This is underwater base flower shop, and this is in the Gatehouse District. We're putting in another gift shop, and this is a clothes and jewelry store right here, which is actually default Cavern style, and the Fletcher is default Cavern style as well. So all of these buildings are part of the Gatehouse District, and if I come over here, I'm going to go up through the taxi center, through the taxi bay right here into the gatehouse. And there we are. It's nighttime. Let me see what time of night it is. It is 23, so it's just around 11. It's just before midnight. And so why don't I go up here? I'm going to go to sleep. Let's see if these rooms are occupied. Good, no one's in this room, so we'll take this room. I'm going to need to get a druid to actually be the manager. I can hear them because of the bathroom. The bathroom is a shared bathroom. Up, see, there you saw it right there. You saw one of the people who is staying here. Is she actually staying here? Hold on. Yes, she is. Kelsey and... Oh, this is interesting. That would be curious if Kelsey and Case have formed a relationship. Where would they live in this area if they have? I don't think there's room in the Sika apartments. Let me look for a second. This is the Sika apartment building, the closest for them. And I believe that it is stuffing full. Gemma and Matthew live here. And Gemma is the new ranch hand, and Matthew is Terry. Wait, I'm losing my mind. I'll think of who Matthew is in a moment. This is Monroe and Miguel, and they are absolutely a couple. Miguel is a dairy farmer, and Monroe is, did I say Miguel is a dairy farmer, and Monroe is runs a dining hall. So Bronson, Mohammed, and Tucker are here. And in here is Alec and Whitley. So we have 3 couples, and then we have 4 guys sharing an apartment. So we don't have room for another couple in this area. We have 4 guys sharing an apartment here. See this area here? Because we have 3 people working here. And then we have the courier who's going to be working that location. Do we actually need another house? It's looking like we actually need another apartment building. Wow. Hold on, let's go up. Let's look at this area for a second. Now, how many of those Aquatica apartments do we have? I think we have 12 of them all together. The rain and snow is stopped. So let's come here and look. So this is the Sika apartments right here. And that is the nearest. And then I think, oh yeah, definitely. This is a farm right here. This is a ranch. This is where the dairy cows and the ranch hands are. This is the next closest apartment. We have no housing practically in this area. And over here, this is farm housing here. We know that. We can see the farm corridor for that housing. This is second makers housing and farm housing in this area. And I'm going to, and this is the building that is attached to the gatehouse that is going to have this lovely view. Now, I should be doing something about the water, but he was working on this, and I don't want to do anything until he's done. And then, of course, the gatehouse itself. So, there's almost no housing over here. Now, if we rise up, you can see all those pill-shaped buildings, or I'd say most of them are housing. A couple of them are the warehouse and the logistics center, but most of these are apartment buildings. Yeah, we could actually put another apartment building in that area. Ah, there's my light for getting something to drink. I'm going to have a sip of water right now. Hi. If you haven't been here before, this is Minecolonies. This is the work of a year. The people build these places. I think in here I've maybe built maybe 1 or 2 and maybe 10% of this. The other 90% was built by the builders of Minecolonies. In other words, the people build it themselves. And right here in this empty area, we're going to need to put in another apartment building. So let's go down here. And you might say, should I put an apartment building in, or should I put a corridor and have some private homes in this area? What should I do? This is Monroe's restaurant next to the Sika Apartments. This is Monroe's restaurant right here. And this is one of the dairy farms. You can see the milk containers. This is underwater base, and I recognize that as one of the milk containers. The scrubs come and they collect the milk when it's in large amounts and bring it back to the warehouse from there. And look at this. This is cool. Okay, so I need to put another apartment building here. And the question is, do I want another apartment building, or do I want some family homes? But I can put family homes in the apartment building because of how many people live like right here. This would be a good thing to do. Getting to the point where we have Kelsey's restaurant over there. As a part of the gatehouse, we have Monroe in that other section. We could put a little tiny restaurant here. I don't think we necessarily need that. They can come through the Sika Apartments, and Monroe's is right there. So they would just be closer to where they work and not living all together in a bunch. And we need room for others coming. Because we still need some more people, especially a courier in this area. So if we did this, each of these people would have their own apartment. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I kind of like the idea of that. Maybe some people from the Sika will move in with them. And because we've got a little bit of a crowding situation there, and we could get some people to move. Let's do it. So there's our border. So we have a border problem. This building is longer than the border in this area. See that right there? I might have trouble putting it in that way. I would have to put it in across this way to have enough room. That makes it farther away from them and definitely farther away from the courier, who is going to have to live somewhere else, I think. Let's try. Let's go to Aquatica. And I still am debating. Select. This is Mubian's Aquatica. I'm still debating whether to put in private homes here. Fundamental. Let's go to residences. I don't want to put in, Aquatica's houses are big and their family homes. I don't know that I want to put one here, but if I did, I could put it here. I could put a single family home right here as well as putting in the hotel, or put the family home here and put the hotel, put the apartment building here. So let's look at one of Aquatica's family homes, which we've only built 2 in this area, and that would be this residence right here, level 5. And let's step back for a second. Let's push this back and let's look at it. And there it is. And it would be off of this hallway right here, like this. So let's bring it down. Now, there's only one of these that I think I'm going to want. Let me look. This one has this. Excuse me. I believe that this is the one that I've built for all of them. Is this one right here? Let me have this come down so I can see the top. Let's bring it down to the water level here. Let's bring it over. Actually, let's bring it this way. And let's go up and see what this looks like up here. So a portion of this is going to be above the water right here. Ooh. And this is the one with the 2 bedrooms for the kids. And this bedroom that we make into a master bedroom for the parents using Byzantine. And I like this one. I think this is a good idea, that we add a private home as well as adding an apartment building in this area. So Case is going to be very busy here. He's the only builder left in this area. If I did a builder's shop to help with all the building going on here, because I took away the other one, where would I put it? We can see what the flower shop is going to look like when it's done. And I'm just, oh, I know where I could put it. I could put a permanent builder's shop here to do repairs on these shops, but because we're going to have these big buildings right here, we actually need a builder to be permanently assigned in this area. So let's begin. We're going to do 3 settings. Now they'll build the building from scratch in Aquatica and in Underwater Base. If I set the building as a level 1, they'll build it. I don't have to build the level 1, but I do. I just like doing it. I like doing it, and that's why I do. And I'm going to come here. There's nobody here. It's 10 o'clock at night. So druids might come, but I'm going to come here for a second. And since we have this apartment right here, stop. I'm going to set it so that it's connected to this walkway here. And that is where it would be. Let's come out. And this would be the house sitting right here. So we don't have a border problem. It's not too close to the flower shop. The flower shop has plenty of room. And there it is. It would sit here like this. So let's go down to the level 1. Level 1. And we can see the set, we can see the entrance right there, and we are going to build this. We're going to have the nation of Ta'ana construct the first level of this building, and there it is. And so this is the new housing that's going to be here. I'm going to actually put this on a pedestal, see how these buildings are on pillars? I'm going to put this building on a pillar too. Let's go to the next building that's going to be here, and that is going to be this apartment building, because we need another apartment building in this area. I did not have to do that. Aquatica. Let's go to fundamentals again. Let's go to residences, and this is the apartment. The main apartment has one of the apartments in it, and I need to bring this building out. You see how long it is. We have several of these, so this is not a new kind of, I'm not surprised by this building. So let's do the level 5 so I can see it. The apartment level 5, so I can see where the windows are and how it fits with this corridor here. Let's come over, and there is the oh, we might have a mistake. I might have needed to bring that house away from the, oh man, I did. I needed to bring the house away, I think. Hold on. Let's see if they're going to overlap each other. They are. See where the hallway is there? See that hallway? Right there, that's where they're supposed to meet up. And let's come here and let's look. And let's bring this down to match right here. And let's come to here and let's look. Let's join that right there. Let's bring it down one more. And there's the overlap. Crash, boom. Crash, boom. If I had pushed this house back, let's see here. Let's count 1, 2, 3. That's a lot of blocks. I don't know that we have enough room here, but I think I would have needed to push this all the way back to the border. And that would have gotten it out of the reach. So what are we going to do about that? Am I going to push that back to the border? Let's see. Let's come down here and look. That would be a lot of work. I'd probably do it on Twitch. But I think I'm going to have to push this house back to here. And just build a hallway there. So let's X for a second. X. Now in the past, when I've made a mistake like this, I would take every block away. But this time, I'm just going to go ahead and get the scan tool. Scan, S-C-A-N. We're going to get a scan tool, and we're going to do it this way. So I need to scan a block right there. That's the second position. And then I need to go up above the surface and scan this corner right here. That's not far out enough. I need to scan this corner right here. I'm going to scan right to here. So now I have two positions. Let me look and see how much of the building is left after I do that. So I need to scan that position and scan a new second position. a new second position right here. Let's see if I can do that. Scan a new second position right here. Now let me see if it saved the top position. It did. Good. All right, so what I'm going to do is take out the cobble. So we come to resources, and we're going to replace the air with water. Replace the air with water so we don't have any water bubbles. And we'll do that. And then let's remove the andesite, remove the panel, remove the cobblestone, remove the cobblestone stairs, the glass, the gravel. Oops, I shouldn't have removed the gravel. I think that gravel was the ground. Let's remove the bed, the residence, and let's look at the stone and see where the stone is. We removed cobble. Let's not remove the stone, but we still need to find the rest of the cobble. See, we're putting in a little, we removed the gravel there, and that did that. So let's come back up and let's find these cobblestone pieces that we need to remove. So it's like there are none. What do you mean there isn't any cobble? Hold on, let's look. That's, it's not showing them. Well, that's curious that it's not showing the rest of those. Let's click here and let's click back and see if I can find them now. No, look at that. Oh, that's fascinating. Oh, they're outside. I see it. They're outside of the, thank you. They're outside. So let's X. And let's throw this away so that we don't make any mistakes. And now we can just move, take these pieces away. And I have something specific that I can use to take these away. And that is, let's go to the backpack. We'll use the Tyrian and we'll use a pickaxe. So we can't use the Tyrian next to this part here because it'll take away the concrete here, but we'll just take this whole section away right here that's connected to this building. And look, we have a door. We'll leave that for a minute. It'll be taken away by the fact that we're going to put in, but now we can use the Tyrian. And this is what the Tyrian does. This was a gift. It is a Silent Gems piece that Vincentius Primus gave me as a gift when I first started this city. And it is tradition. He has given me one since, I think he's given me one of these tools since like 17 or 18, whenever it came available, as a starting gift for working on these cities. Vincentius Primus. And there we are. All right, so we have recovered from the error, and we're going to put something there, so we won't do anything about the ice or any of that. Let's pick up these torches for a second. We won't do anything about this until we make sure how this is going to be. We have enough room to bring the this back. I'm going to put the Tyrian away. I'm always concerned that I'm going to forget and accidentally put in the library instead of putting it back in the backpack. So I want to do that first, and then let's come here and let's bring these pieces down for a minute, and let's put them back in the library right here. That was from the import center. And now let's put in one of Underwater Base's corridors, or let's set the house back as far as we can set it. Or let's set the hotel first. I mean, the apartment building. I keep calling it a hotel. The apartment building first Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll know where we have to set the house in order for it not to be in the way. So see the apartment building, see the border there? The apartment building's going to fit right into this iceberg right here. And let us start with the apartment building now. Aquatica. And let's go to infrastructure, fundamentals, residence, apartment, level 5. And let's push it back. And we want see this piece right here? We want that piece to be facing this way. So we're going to turn it this way, and that'll put that apartment right up front. There it is, sure enough. We want that apartment to be the closest because that's how they get, I believe that is the way it's supposed to be. Let's go to 1, sure enough, there it is. And now let's go back to 5, and let's bring it down so that it matches perfectly. There's the perfect match, and let's join them together. And there's the perfect joint. And now we see, can I get up? Yes, I can. Oh, wait. I don't think I'm getting up to I think I'm still under the ice in this area. Hold on, I have to go out of the building so I can see where I am. Ah! There we are. Okay, now I can get up out of the ice, and this is what it would look like right here. So you can see it's partially in this iceberg, but this is nothing new. And look at this. Look how close it is to these areas. Do we have a hallway somewhere here? I recognize that these are farms right here. One of these farms is connected. There's a connection there. But these are farms, so there isn't going to be a way to walk through from these farmed houses. So we won't be able to connect it in that kind of way. I see Monroe right here. This is the dining hall, and all of these are farms. All of these are farms. Now this farm right here, see this farm? That's the dairies, and this is underwater base. And right here, see that gray? That means that this is an opening, an entrance. But I would have to do some sort of catty corner thing to join these two together. I don't think it's necessary right now. We're really making these apartments for this area, the Gatehouse area here. We have shopping, a little shopping district here, as well as the Gatehouse itself. And so I think that this is it. Let's go down to the level 1 and let's look. And it all looks good. This building, this building right here, I see it, but this is a level 5. So see those placeholder blocks? None of that is going to change, and this is level 5, so nothing else is going to be done to this. So that way we can fit this building right here without worrying about the overlap, which we couldn't do with the other 2 buildings. So here we go. This is level 1, and it is constructed. Okay, and there we can see right here, those pieces are still there. Everything is fine. And here we are. So let's X. And there it is, a big monster. These apartment buildings are pretty sizable and pretty intense. And we have that there. Let's now go to this opening and see where we can put this house in relationship to this building. So let's come back to Aquatica. Let's go to fundamentals. Let's go to the residences. And we're going to use, did we use the first one? I think we did. Level 5. Let me look. It has the yellow. Yes, this is the one that we want. which has the bedrooms upstairs. And this is the one. There's another one, and the bedrooms are downstairs. So see what was happening. This is what we can't have, so we're going to move this building out as close as we can. We're almost out of space, but this is as far as we need. We don't even need to do it that far. We can do it to here. So see that overlap? That overlap is just the overlap of these invisible blocks, which are protections, so that nothing is displaced from those areas. So let's come to here. So we can stand here since this door is here. We can stand right here. And level 1. Let's bring it down to this level. And there's the matching door right there. Let's come back to here so we can see that matching doorway there. We have a matching door right here. But wait, why are we doing this? We just put it in the right place, and now we brought it all the way back. Thank you. Oh my gosh, look, Mr. Villager, I am so concentrated. Hold on. You just asked, let's see, STDs on the rise due to the carnival. Oh, that's right, it's Mardi Gras. You're having Mardi Gras where you are. Of course. Or are you having Day of the Dead? Which one do you have? It might be Dia de los... no, I'm thinking of the wrong one. There's another festival at this time, but I think it's Mardi Gras is what is at this time. Not Day of the Dead belongs to Halloween, to the November one. I missed you, Mr. Villager. This is the second time, isn't it, that I missed you. I apologize. So we just needed to come back to here so that the buildings aren't overlapping. Right here. We can come right to here. And see, the buildings aren't overlapping. We pushed the building back from here, but it is right where it can be. And so we will... Let me just, didn't I just push it back? I did. So let's do the level 1 and let's do constructed. Dun, 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 dun. Uh-oh, we lost some fish. And let's X, and there it is. So there's room between these two buildings. They're not going to overlap, and they're in the right place now. And so now we just need a hallway to connect this to that. And let's stand here, and we're going to use, so these buildings are Aquatica buildings, but we're going to use an underwater base. And we'll do that. You just asked, what did you miss? And it simply disappeared. Oh, that's curious. That's curious. Mr. Villager has gone away because I totally was concentrating so hard. I did not see him. I'm bad about that sometimes. I'm going to underwater base. What happened there? There it is. Nope, that's Vincentius. Ooh, and underwater, U-N-D-E-R. There it is. Underwater base. And let's go to fun infrastructure, corridors, glass. And let's get a glass segment right here. This glass segment, level 3. And let's turn it this way and back it into this area. Let's raise it up right here. It's me, Hushel. Sorry for appearing for so little last stream on Twitch. No worries. Any fish lost are yours? Yes, that is true. We did lose fish on the inside. I should have gone in and checked for the fish. Let me do that right quick. Let me go in and check and see if I can still rescue the fish. I cannot. So if they're in that top part, I can't get in it. And that's what they did. They're in the upper part of the building. So, and they might be gone because I waited too late to look for them. They might also be gone in that respect. So let's see how this works. Is this going to be perfect, or are we going to have to add to it? How are you, by the way? I know, we lost them. I know, poor babies. We did, we lost them. Let's come here. And there it is. Let's move it over so that it fits over this. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Hold on, let's come here. Now I'm standing on top of the cobblestone part of this building. And this is where it's supposed to be. So there's the match right there, and it doesn't go all the way. So we'll match it to that entrance right there. And we always build, oh, it's time to drink something. We always build the corridors. I just don't. I just want to. Going to have age verification too? What does that mean? Age verification. Are you talking about for the event that's going on? In your city? The Mardi Gras? Are we ready? This is level 3. Constructed. And X. Alright, so it is not completely connected, and we're going to connect it right now. So let's go inside here. We're going to need a sponge. So let's go to my backpack for a second. I'm going to get a sponge. I have a pickaxe, and then we're going to gather. I'm going to use, I need this glass, but more importantly, I need this piece right here. Let's put this piece in, and then I need white concrete and glass. So let's get the white concrete and put here. We don't need this door anymore. And gray concrete right here. That takes care of that. And now we need to put the glass around. We need another piece of prismarine here to connect this hall. And now we can put the glass in. And the glass is here. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. And there we have it. So we can take the sponge, and the water is gone. The water source for this is gone. This is dry, and this is here. And let's take the glass down from here. And now we have a new house in this hallway. Let's take the glass down from here. This is the apartment building. Hi, Bailey. And let us use this. And this is the new apartment building here. Let's take the cobble down from here. So we have this new apartment building, and there they are. And at the end of this hall, is it in ice? I think this is in the iceberg, the end of that hall. It looks very scary when it's at this point. It definitely does. And let's come here. So, who's going to build this? Who's going to be working on this massive project? We're going to have to add a permanent builder shop. So remember that this builder shop right here, where he is going to be turned into a reception area. Since we already have a guard here, since this is the hotel, oops, hold on. Since this is the hotel right here, and we're going to have to put in, oh, Bailey, thank you. Bailey's acting as manager right now. We don't have a manager here yet. So we're just going to, I just realized, Mr. Villager, that I'm going to have this be a botanical garden. I'm not going to have a druid station here. I'm just going to make this into a botanical garden area right in front of the gatehouse at this end, and this hallway. So the Sika apartments is right here, and we'll have to figure out what wood we're going to use for the name of the new apartment building. And then this we can put in trees here for the gatehouse and see what we want to do with that, or we'll just make it a park area there. So the permanent builder shop is going to be right here, because we can put in an Arcology builder shop here, and that's what we're going to do. You think soon you will end up jumping off the boat. But the good side is that they officially stopped updating the babies. Oh, poor Mr. Villager. So Mr. Villager designs skins, and he loves them. And so it is very distressing to him, apparently, the new skin. I'm going to use this doorway for a minute, since he hasn't done anything with it yet. The new skins for Minecraft. Minecraft has added new children's skins, and they are coming under criticism because Mr. Villager is a skin designer, so he prides himself on making really nice skins, and he feels that they sort of dropped the ball. The Minecraft developers did, when they added the new babies. Now, I said to him that the new zombie baby, so the little kid zombie, is adorable. Is absolutely adorable. But the villager one is just typical. It's still a villager in a way, and and he's saying, guess now the baby villagers, comically only them, have their arms bugged, and now they are on their hips. So in other words, they have their hands on their hips. Did I already get children? I did not. I have so been not doing that. I haven't done the children yet. Another set of children. I keep threatening to do it, and I just haven't done it yet. We're going to put in a builder right here. And since Case has a project right now, we can have Danny come back and start working on these houses. But he needs some place to work from. So let's come here. Let's get this. Let's get the builder tool. Let's get Arcology. Now, normally I use Arcology when I have several of a building, because they're small and easy, and it makes it easy to put something in, like the builder's hut, level 5. So we use them as additional buildings. And this is what they look like. They're so tiny and compact, and we like them. Now when we put it in, of course, we're going to have to make it work for this area, because it is not meant to be an underwater building. But we have two of these builders already, and we can put this one right here. So that is fitting correctly over the top of that area, and it would be here like this. It would be coming up to the surface like this. Let's go look at the other two for a minute. So over here we have two others of those buildings. In the northwest area, where we have farms, we have one right here. And there it is. Right here. This is the builder that we're about to put in. And then in the other farm district, we have one right over here. We're headed for the farm, the second, those are tree farms in that area, but in this area is produce farms, and I'm looking, that might be it right here. Oh, we have 3 of them. I forgot about the one that's in the villager area. Oh, yeah. So the other one is around here. And I'm holding too much stuff, aren't I? Let me put some of this away for a second. So I have a free hand, so you don't have something in the way. Let's move this out of the way for a second. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. Here it is. There's the third one. So the third one of these is here. So these little emergency builder shops is what we're doing. Not necessary. Literally, their shoulders are on their hips. And the funny part is that they allowed it for an update trailer, like, it works already. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, maybe when they see it in the trailer, maybe they'll go, okay, maybe maybe we need to do something different. Maybe that's what they'll say. Maybe so. You hear the air conditioner, that white noise sound you hear in the background is the air conditioner where I am coming on, because it's 20 degrees Fahrenheit right now. And so it would sit right here. See that iceberg? It's gonna sit right next to the fitness center, right next to the bookstore and the Gatehouse area, and this would be a permanent builder. And I'm trying to decide right now if I should push it back one, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Or should I push it back the length of a, let me see here for a second. Let me see if we push it back the length of then we're running into this. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would sit here like this, right smack dab in the middle of this, because a hallway would be a level 5. I think I like the idea of it sitting here like this. Yeah, this apartment is here, one of the Sika apartments, and it would sit here. And you're 2 digits from saying you can do better. You can do better. You might have gotten an idea, but it's too early. An idea for what? For me? Or an idea in regards to the baby villagers that you're saying it's too early for? Because maybe you're going to end up doing, well, you can't do skins. Can you do skins for them? I don't think you can change the skins of villagers. It used to be that villager skins could be changed, because I have different villager skins than the regular villager skins. So it's possible that they can be changed, and you could have that as a mod that could be added to CurseForge with different villager skins, and then have the babies be better. I think that's an interesting idea. And so let's come here for a second and let us construct this. However, wait, is that a level 5? Let's go back to fundamentals, to builder, and that is the level 5. And we're going to build this. We have to build it in order to change it. Level 5, constructed, X. So no one can get to this, and we're going to leave it for a minute. I need a walkway right here. So let's get the underwater base walkway. Let's go back to underwater. And there it is, underwater base. Infrastructure, corridors, glass, a glass segment. And there it is, level 3. And there it is. And let's put it here. Let's bring it up. And there's the match. So these are matched. They can, hold on. You forgot to ask me the pack, how the pack is going. You think you'll drop out the students and try something else, maybe a crafter. That'll be fun. They can usually vary between 2 textures. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. The students are very complicated. I agree with you that they're very, very complicated. We can put this glass right here and it fits perfectly. And there we have it, level 3, constructed. Okay, now I can't get in from that way, but I can get in over here. Let's X this. And hold on a second. Thank you, everybody. That's something, my throat was kind of weird. Now I still have the sponge, and now I have to do something about this in order for this to be used here. Let's get this stone. That's the panel. Let's get this. We need yellow. And is there any yellow handy that I can get to? There is not. So we'll get to that in a minute. And we're going to leave the beige brick, but we're going to change this part. And I'm going to give them a little bit more room here by bringing out the walls in this building. And we're going to do something with this one that we haven't done with the others. We're going to put in a elevator where this chain is. This is the new thing Lady Shatana's builds, Cavern style builds. She has a stairwell and she replaced the chain in the spiral staircases with scaffolding, and we're going to do the same. And we might do that to all of the ones that we have here. But we're definitely doing it to this one first. And we'll bring this part out. And this is, of course, the building right here. So we're going to bring all these walls out all the way. Let's look at the tops of underwater base buildings. Here's an underwater base building here. This underwater base building. There's this one right here. See how they have those on top? This is above the water line, and that means that this can just sit here the way it is. But let's start right now here. We're going to take away the ice here because we actually need to put concrete here for the outside of the building. Do we want to have, let's do this for now. We'll see what we're going to do about the walls when we start getting over. This makes it easy. we have the ice sitting here. And we can put this in and then get the ice to go away in this section. So we're widening the building. We're widening the corridors and making new lanes. We're widening the corridors and making new lanes. Okay. I had trouble saying that. That was very odd. Okay, and we're going to put this here. And then on top here, we can start right now. We might as well go ahead while there's nothing here and put these in. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then here we're just going to cover this. It's going to leak if we don't. So we'll cover this part. And there's the top of the building, sitting here like this. If I want to add some kind of decoration, we can get some stair. See how there's stair here? We did stuff to this building, that's why it looks strange. We did a bunch of stuff to the top of this building to make it work for us. And so we're going to put something here. Just because this building can be seen from the surface, we're just going to make it look just a little tiny bit nicer by having this. Do we want to put in a skylight? Ooh, yes. Let's put in a skylight. Ooh, yeah, let's do that. So let's take this away here. And let's put the glass in. What color glass? Oh, let's do yellow again. Let's do yellow glass. Now we have some interesting, I don't need these right now. We have some interesting glass. We have chipped. So if we look at glass, and if we look at yellow, chipped glass down here, look at these colors. Look at this pretty stuff. Look at pretty. Let's do pretty. The Gatehouse has a lot of uses of glass. We would need to use block. Let's look at the raster, and let's look at this one. This one right here. Let's look at these. These are in, I have plenty of those. So let's see. That would look like this. That's kind of interesting. I haven't used this yet, I don't think, anywhere. I kind of like that. See, we use this yellow for this building over here, which turned out really pretty. Isn't that pretty? Should we do that with this one? Hold on. You forgot to ask about the pack. It got fixed. I actually updated. Mr. Villager is asking about Minecolonies, and it's working fine. And like reducing the graphics. You might have a picture to exemplify reducing the graphics. Let me go to Discord for a second on my phone. Let me go to Mr. Villager. Oh, an 8-bit Steve. Interesting reference for the children. Oh, now that is curious, isn't it? I don't like the face, but it's interesting the way the body looks. That's pretty curious. That is a change, without a doubt. this is okay. Let's look at this one for a minute. Let's see if we like this better. I think I might like this one better. Now I used this in a different color in another area. I used it, I think, for the restaurant, didn't I? Let's see what the restaurant has. Oh no, I didn't. Ooh, okay. So I didn't use this for the restaurant. Now I'm lost. And there's a gatehouse here. I lost myself. I'm lost. It's around the corner. There it is. I think I like this. It depends on how they are inside the game. Yeah, definitely, I agree. All right, so we're going to use this for the roof. Now we do need the yellow. Let's put in the yellow. So see how the red is here? This could have orange, but this is Aquatica, so that is a residence. This is also one of the buildings. Let's take one of these. Oh, wait, that's not the color I need. I need yellow. But you see how the buildings have different colors. Let's go to concrete. Get the yellow concrete from here, and let's fix this part. You might recur to it. What does recur mean? You mean refer to it? Mr. Villager is quite good with his English. But every once in a while there's still an interpretation, there's still an area of interpretation that gets where I don't understand him. He understands me more than I understand him. If he was speaking Portuguese, we'd be in trouble here. So, no, we wouldn't. If he wrote Portuguese in the... By the way, guys, if you want, you can... I'm always up for the challenge. You can write a... we don't need that one there. We're just going to put this right here. And I might put glass across that whole part right there. Write in your language. And chat, whatever language you speak, and let me see if I know any of it, if I recognize and know any of it. Right here, we're gonna have to take away the ice right here, because we need this to come all the way out in this area. So we'll remove the ice from that part. All right, and now let's put in the glass. So see this corner right here where this is? No, I don't think I'm going to. Let's put in regular glass. The regular glass here. No, we're going to put in regular glass. Reinforced. So that's the way I look at it, that the glass is reinforced. And we'll put it in this section right here. That would be funny if I used this in one of the other sections too. And then up here, we're going to have glass in this part. So we'll put the glass all the way over to here. On this side, that's what's the matter. So this side of the building, this building is going to be offset. It is. Okay, I'll accept that. What I just said that I'm doing with this. To put this building into this area. Uh-oh, the warehouse is full. Which warehouse do you think is full? We already know that it is the second warehouse that is full. And I'm going to have to stop for a minute and go to the second warehouse. We're using this. Why don't we put them all here for a second? until I go and check the warehouse. Found some pictures of in-game plays in the Minecraft server. Oh yeah? Interesting. So we're going to come here. The water can't come too... Oh yeah, it is coming far enough. So let's close this for now. So the water can't come in. I got wet, so I'm waiting for I'm waiting to dry off to get rid of my siren sight for a second. And there we go. And now I'm going to head to the second maker's area and go to the warehouse. I'm going to walk through because I want to see what everybody's doing. This is the fastest way, is to go through the Gatehouse Hotel. And there is my drink light going off. And so I'm going to just take a drink for just a second. It's been a while, Mr. Villager, since you wrote something in Portuguese in chat, hasn't it? What did you say? Oops, you meant the Minecolonies one. You think you found some pictures of in-game plays, and there is even one already visiting the school without it being built. Oh, really? Where did you find... What are you finding? Are you talking about pictures from mine or just pictures, period? Hold on. We're going to the warehouse. And here it is. And let's look here. And let's look at the inventory. And sure enough, the inventory is completely full. Look at Jameson getting all of this. We finally have enough garlic. Why do we have any plate armor? No one should be making any of that, but maybe they are. We're going to sort the building first. That's going to help with some of the problems. And if this is empty, good. That means there's still room in the warehouse. It was just badly sorted. Oh my goodness. So we have a lot of eggs. We have a lot of cabbage. We have coal. We should maybe block some of that coal. Some of that copper can be blocked. They're supposed to be doing these beets. They're supposed to be using these beets to nourish the ground. And we need to do that. We can sell off some of these nautilus shells that the fishers have found. Here's something. These saddles. We're going to sell these so that we can get rice. We don't grow rice. We don't grow soybeans, chickpeas. We don't grow those. So we have to get them. We don't have a kelp farm right now. That is something that we don't have. It's glitched here. And I still don't have a fix for it. So we can sell that. We can sell the fat from the sinew. The sinew. I'm going to look up sinew. I should look up sinew. If sinew is the part that gelatin is made from, that's why we're selling that. There's a bunch of things that we can sell in here. I think they're going to be okay for a minute or two. There is more room. The eggs are high. But we have a lot of egg dishes now, and we have 2 cities that are dependent upon the egg farms. We have 2 egg farms here, and we have 2 cities that are dependent on those egg farms. I'm going to, now that I've got that straightened out, instead of taking one of the transportations, I'm just going to swim back. And why can I swim back? For those of you who have not been here before, this is what I look like when I go into the water. I am a mer. I'm a mermaid. And when I go in the water, I have my siren sight back, and of course I can breathe. I actually am really sort of holding my breath the way whales do. And then I have a tail. And so being part fish or part sea creature, and we're going to head down this corridor here around. Now this is a canal that was dug by the MERS for the city of Arnaaluk, for the taxis and the little delivery scrubs use this area. And we should see the building that we're working on right here, and here it is. Okay, so based off of the way they do it, yeah, they're going to have white stone on the underneath part. Right there should be white stone. And we're not going to have white stone for that because I think we're going to continue to have the, I like to homage them just a little tiny bit. And because it's Arcology, to just leave a piece of what it is. So let me see what Mr. Villager has sent me on Discord. I'll go back to Discord and see. Why did it go away? That's a good question. Let's come here and let's look. You forgot the legend, but the sender said, oh. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Where is that? Is that where you are? Is that your place? You found some pictures of yours? Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's nice. Let's come here for a second. I need a prismarine. I need this prismarine. We need a couple pieces. I need an architect's cutter. Architect's cutter. Why am I putting in the word C-U-T-T-E-R? Architect? Yes, I can spell it if I think about it. And then I think that's all I need. And then let's come here. We can do this underwater. So we're going to put a cutter down right here. And then we're going to make a stair piece right here. Hello. You're not letting me? Oh, I can make it in world. Oh. Okay, well, never mind. I didn't need this. Hold on. Let's put this back. I looked at Prismarine and didn't even see them there? Is that what I just did? Did I actually do that? I sure did. Look at this. There they are, right there. Okay, that's what I needed. And let's go out. We're going to change out this part right here so that that stone doesn't show as much. So we're going to put in this area this, because we're not putting in a white floor. So we'll go ahead and right here, put one of these. Right here, put one of these. And just come across this whole area here where we have this and put in this section like this. And then here. And this on this side as well. Whoosh. All right, so that helps. And then we can cover that with a paneling on the underside maybe later. I need one of the flat ones here and then take away this part and put this in. So I need one to be here so that that doesn't show, and one here. And let me put these in so that I don't get catty corner. All right, so see, then it looks like that. And we come up to the building, and I prefer that since we're going to keep in the stone in this part. Okay, are we closed in yet? We are not. See this side here where we have this? And I think that back side is not closed in either. So we need to close in these 4 sides up top here. Let's close in this so we don't forget it. that we haven't fixed this part here. And we're not going to, let's get the rest of what we need. This is in the world now. Let's bring down the white and the glass. We're not going to change this area. So these are going to be white right here. This whole thing is going to be white. And this cross is going to be white. And we're not going to have the stair pieces that are inside because we're putting in windows. Because we're underwater, we have to put in full windows. So we can't have these pieces. And we'll take this out and this. And now we can put in the 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's put in the glass right here. Remember, this is going to be small, come all the way out to here because this is the new length of the building. And we'll put this in, Mr. Villager. Oh, the Minecolonies server. Yes, on the Minecolonies servers. Okay, it's a bit strange that you can do it and it becomes a deal block instead of a vanilla block, considering they already exist. No, I can't actually. What happens is if the block already exists in Minecolonies, DO doesn't make it anymore. They don't make those blocks. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and this is 5 here on this side. So there's something wrong here. It should be 5 here, but it's only 4. Oh yeah, that's the short side, right? But this side is going to have 5 right here, going all the way to here. This is going to be window all the way up and fill this whole thing in. And I'm doing regular reinforced glass so they can look out and see the water, see the underwater animals playing around, and see the scrubs. They're right over the scrub canal, the submarine, the little submarines that we use as UPS delivery subs. Wait, no. And so they're right over that area, and so they can see the scrubs go by and the taxis go by and some cargo. In this area, they're not going to see the yellow ones so much because the yellow ones go to the surface, the yellow submarines. We all live in a yellow submarine. Not here, we don't. And so those things are different here. We're using, we have a medium-sized submarine that we use. I'm going to have to make the ice go away from this section. Right here, and we'll do the rest from the inside. This side is fine. Let's put this one in right here, otherwise there isn't going to be anything there. And that side's closed in. This side is closed in, and let's go over here. And this side is not closed in yet completely because of the ice being right here. So let me see if I can get through here. There I can. Okay. Let's take it this way. Now we're going to do it from the inside for this one. Take this way and put the glass in. I want to be on the inside when I put in this last bit of glass. We can move the glacier, remove the glacier from this area of it. See the glacier? So we're just going to remove a portion of it so that we can have this view. that's all we need for the view there. So we'll take this part away. That's connected to the top. And this part right here, we'll remove the glacier from here. And we need the glass to come up one more. And there we go. And then we need the stone here, and we have stone on top. And now we can come inside, because when we put in this glass, we will be shut in on the upstairs, and then we have to shut in the downstairs part. Did I get all the way over? I did not. So let's come to here and do this section first. And then let's come down and get this area. So you can see it's already, the water is going away in this part. And there we are. So this, the upstairs is dry now. Let's take these out. I have a pickaxe. I'm going to use the pickaxe for, we're in Minecraft after all. We're in Minecraft. This is the fun part. Using these kinds of tools. Okay, and let's take this away from this area. Now this is still here, and we'll figure that out in just a moment. And I've got a piece of stone right here. We'll take this away, and we will put in this in the area there. I'm going to have to, here we do have to have stone, this. We're either going to do this or we're going to do this. We're going to do the block downstairs. Let's get a piece block here and put this up here. Let's put this in that corner. So we need block here. But let's stand here for a second so that we don't hit those. Let's take these out. Up. That's as far as I can go. So put that in. Have to be careful not to hit the racks. And that's, I think, as far as I'm going to be able to go with that. I scrunch down, and there we are. I can do that, and then we can get the rest of it right here. You can see that these are full blocks right here, which is what we're replacing. These full blocks that are here, and that's full block there. So that. All right, so the upstairs is done. Except that we were thinking that maybe we have this here. There we go. Dun, da, da, da. Dun, da, da. Okay, so we're not going to have those kinds of lights. We'll have to do some different kind of lighting. And right now, why don't we do this now? Let's put the scaffolding in. Oh, we can't. It's not closed. Hold on. Who's open? There's a window, there's some opening. Let's get the pickaxe. There's some opening somewhere. And if there isn't, then we need a sponge. This is nice. Let's get a sponge. Wait, let's get this first. Fix the floor corners. And when we take away these, we have this here. Oh. Let's see what's going to happen here. That's fine. I think we have to have that look there like that. I think we do. Do we want to put another piece here of something? I don't know what just yet. Let me think about that. I do not see any more stone anywhere. Oh, wait, I do. There's a piece right under here. So let's come down and get that piece to go away. And dun 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 dun. All right, so we have a sponge, and we're going to get rid of the water. in this section right here. Dun, 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 dun. And there we have it. We now have a new builder. Now, Danny was already a level 5 builder. He built 2 level 5 builder shops. And this is the reason why I don't worry about putting in this builder shop the way I did, because he already built 2 builder shops. He built both of these. Danny built this one, and he built the one up above. So the fact that he's getting a level, and he built them up to a level 5. So the fact that he's getting a level 5 here is actually fine. Who do we want to put? This should be purple right here. We don't have it. We do have yellow markings. Can definitely do the yellow right here. And the yellow concrete is sitting right here. We don't need the glass right now. So let's put in the markings for the floor that lead to the hall. Now, are we going to need something here for this? I don't know. Let's leave it for now. There's a purple mark there, and that's the reason why I'm saying that. If anything, this should be the orange, but everyone can see that building there. I'm actually going to make this yellow, this whole section right here, because of this builder shop being here. And this goes to the gray hall, and there we have it. So if we're looking for a builder, we have a builder here, and we have this depot right here. So warehouses and builders are yellow. This is amenities. So even though this is actually an archery in Minecolonies, in underwater base, this is a fitness center, and that's how we're using it, which is an amenity, and those are orange. And then libraries and universities are purple, and the warehouse is full again. Now we're going to have a problem with the warehouse, because I think that we've made it as unfull as we could make it right now. And so I'm going to have to check and see what I want to do. Because of the way this is, let's bring this edge around to here. And that matches the fact that this whole area is like this. Did we get scaffolding yet? We did not. So let's take the chain out. I have an axe here. We're going to come up. Look how pretty that looks. Oh, that looks nice. Look at the skylight. Oh, that's beautiful. Can we hang something? If we want to hang something, we actually can. We can hang a lantern from here, or a different kind of light. Let's look at lanterns for a minute. We have, I don't want to, ooh, look at the stone lantern from Dawn of Time. Oh, that's interesting. Let's do something wild and crazy. These are in the world. We don't need this anymore. Let's hang this and see what it looks like. That is actually quite pretty, isn't it? I like that. And now we need to see how far we need the scaffolding to come. So let's put the scaffolding right here. So let's get scaffolding, CAFF, and then we'll have to go do something. We'll have to do something about the warehouse. We can put the scaffolding here and go up as far as it'll go. And there it is. It's reached the lantern now. So we'll come up to here, and we only need it to come to here. So we'll get those to go away. And now, hello you. And now we have this. Dun 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 dun. Excellent. So Danny is over here. He is, and let's see him because it'll be easier to do it if we do it this way. Let's get these to go away, and we'll hold on to those two pieces. Let's bring this down. We don't need any of these. We're putting these back in the library, and the sponge will go ultimately back into my backpack, but not right this second. Danny is right here, and if we look, we can see that Danny is a 48 as an archer, so he's an amazing archer. And so whenever he doesn't do building, he is here, and we're going to have him leave. River used to build, and Spencer used to be one of the stonemasons, but they have gotten really interested in archery, all three of these people, and Danny has decided that he wants to be here. Now, let me see something for a minute. So that's Danny. River she's one of the first four, River is, and as a builder, she's probably equal. I'm looking at it. I was trying to see if River wanted to come back to work, but it looks like she's not interested in it at all. And Danny is much more interested, but let's come here. And Danny's been building recently, and so that's why he's much more interested in it. So we're going to have him come here, and we're going to get him started. I'm going to cough. Hold on. I'm reading chat. Okay, it's a bit strange that you can do it. And oh yes, I read that. If you had the audacity, give me $1,000 and I will put this game's aesthetic back to the rails. You think so, huh? He's talking about Minecolonies. No, Minecraft, the game Minecraft. I think that's what people thought with, I think that's what they're trying, huh? What did you just say? Danny, what did you just say? What was that? I'm going to have to get Danny someplace to live. And why don't we have him live in one of the new houses right now? We're going to have him live in this house while he works on it. So let's come here and let's manage housing, and look where he is. So we're going to have Danny live here, and then we're going to have Danny build. So the build option, the builder is Danny. Upgrade the building, and he's going to start working on this house first, and then he'll work on the apartment building down here. And then he'll also be working on this building here, the flower shop. So he's going to do that. Now, Case is going to help him with some of these buildings when he gets done with his project back here. He's got this big, huge project. When he's done with it, he's probably going to work on the flower shop. And I'll have him work on Danny's house while Danny works on this, depending on how fast they are in getting to certain points. And so, or we'll let Case decide what he wants to do. Case is probably, because he's living with Kelsey, isn't he? Or are we thinking Kelsey and Case are living together, or is it Whitley? Let's go look. They're staying together in the hotel. There are 4 hotel rooms, and the 2 of them are sleeping together. And this is, you're saying, well, yeah, that's the way it, no, I've got plenty of places where people make up their mind that they're going to be with someone, and they just are. And so this is Kelsey and Case right there. So we could give them the house that Danny's in. I could give it to Kelsey, but I don't think so. I think I'm going to have to give her something closer because she's right here. So we'll see. She's already in the Sika apartments. She could be in the Sika apartments if we made Gemma and Matthew are here. Let me see if she can be here. Alec and Whitley are here. This is what happens. And that's why she's in the hotel. And who's here? You guys aren't going up to bed. Mohammed. Okay, that means that there's something wrong with the beds upstairs. And then I have the warehouse. Hold on for a minute. Which beds are not in the right place? Oh, and there's the light for me. How much time do I have? I'm not going to get to Pitti Hamaalaluk. I don't think I am, but I should. I should get there. Hold on a second. Why aren't they sleeping in these beds? There's enough room to get by this one. Let's redo the beds here. I'm going to take this piece away on this side of this bed. Take this piece of furniture back. And then we'll put in a new bed here. And we'll put in a new bed here. We'll see if they sleep there now. They're not going to come sleep tonight, but they might sleep the next time, so we'll check on that. The irony is that you're relatively good at drawing material on paper, but bad at anatomy on paper, okay, but good at doing people in Minecraft, but bad at doing material textures. Yeah, you have a specific. You have something that you're skilled at. You definitely do. Now see here, Journey is here. We could have a second one here if we needed. And let's see how far away this is for Kelsey. Kelsey's name isn't even coming up. But look at Monroe and Miguel could be here. Tucker can be here. Tucker can definitely be here. Ledger, except that that's a little far for them. But Monroe and Miguel could be here if we wanted. And of course Danny. But the people who should be here aren't showing up. So Ledger and Alec are the people we were building this for. And they seem to be still pretty far away when this is their commute. Their commute is right here, and then they're over in this corner right over here. So I guess that is 50 blocks away. You said that? Yeah. You said what? Did I miss something? We'll see. So yeah, they work here. And we'll be able to move them into there. And that'll take care of them. But I still don't have a place for Case and Kelsey. So I'm looking for a second. Yeah, no, they're not going to live in the hotel. I know that people live in hotels. So yeah, we would probably move Monroe. This is Monroe and Miguel. I said the wrong name. Monroe and Miguel right here. And Let's look and see how far away Kelsey is from here. Kelsey's name isn't even showing up. That's how far away she is. So she can't live here. So that means we need another private home in a different area for her, and probably for Whitley. Although Whitley is living there and she's fine living there, but Kelsey is not. Let me just make sure. I have Danny living in that house for right now, which is fine for him. He is going to start working on that house, and I just want to check because remember we have to go and check on the warehouse. So he'll start working on it. Did I assign him? Hold on. Yes, I did. Okay, so he'll start working on it in a little bit. And let's come down here. I have to go and see about the warehouse. Did you say that? We're going to cut through here and go back to the warehouse again. This is Gatehouse. Some of the walking I'm doing just to make sure we have certain sections of the city, because the city is so sprawling. We have sections of the city that we really need to walk through to make sure that they're working. We'll come through Hannah's, and that is Tadeo's. That is actually a flower, an industrial flower shop. And then this is Raquel and Gray right there. And this is the warehouse right here. And sure enough, wait, it's showing, wait, ooh, sort. It just showed that the warehouse was full, didn't it? It's not this one? Oh my gosh, it's the main warehouse. I think the main warehouse is full again. How interesting. We're going to take a taxi to the, yes. Okay, let's take a taxi. This is a taxi, and we're at the Second Makers area right here. This is the Second Makers taxi stand, and we're going to the Town Hall taxi stand. So we're going to click on that, and here we are at Town Hall. So this is the taxi at Town Hall. Let's go through here to the warehouse and let's see what's going on here. This is Everly's kitchen right here, and this is the Mahogany apartment building right here, and then this is the warehouse. Let's go to the other side, and it is in fact where this meeting is going on, where this one is full again. Wow. So let's come here, and it's full of potatoes and carrots. How wonderful. Excellent. Let's sort this warehouse. Sort, and let's see if that cleared this inventory. It did not. We're in trouble. Look at the stuff piling in already. So we're going to have to sell off these books. We're going to have to sell off saddles. We do need the potatoes and those things. Concrete is coming in here, and sand. We'll have to sell off some of those materials so that we can get rice, and we need to get rice, soybeans, chickpeas, mint. We don't have a mint farm. Oh, yes, we do. We don't need mint. We need rice, soybean, mushrooms, and nether peppers. Those are big things that we need to get. Every once in a while, we need to get salmon when our salmon farms are resting, so that we don't use all of the salmon. And check buckets and bottle amounts. It could give some answers. Let's look at buckets. Let's look at buckets. B-U-C-K. We only have 5 bottles, B-O-T-T-L-E, and we only have 109 bottles of water here. So we don't have a lot. Those are leftover bottles of water every once in a while. Somebody makes water in bottles. And so that's not it. It's definitely saddles and bows. Well, we only have 9 saddles here. Let me look at cobble for a minute. And the cobble's low. Look at the cobble. We have deep slate, but we only have 7 of that. That's not big amounts. And it's really food. Let's look at potatoes. What? Yikes! We have 93,000 potatoes. Okay, the potato farms are done. We're gonna come 93,000. How did that happen? Oh my gosh. Whoa. We're gonna run down here to 2 of the farmers and we're going to stop growing potatoes. Wow. So we're going through the Spirit apartment building right here where we have some villagers living. 93,000? How did we do that? I don't know. We do not need any more potatoes, so we're going to have these potato fields turned off. She's just doing carrots, it says now. Let's see what Zane is doing. Elsa's doing carrots. Zane is doing potatoes, all 3 fields. So we're going to turn off these 3 fields of potatoes, and then we're going to look at Elsa's carrot fields here. I think I might want to change one of these to carrots, but oh wait, I didn't want to go there. I might want to change one of the fields to carrots. We're going to give him one of these fields for now, one of the carrot fields, so he has something to do. So let's come here and give him this carrot field right here. So he's going to work on that. Hi, Carrie. What are you doing? You're looking for Zari? Okay. No, you're looking for Zane. You are looking for Zane. There's Elsa coming to work. So now both of them are doing carrots until I figure out what we need. We might have them grow something else, but we have 93,000 potatoes. So that means that we're going to move potatoes out of that warehouse into one of the other warehouses. For those of you who haven't been here before, if you're wondering why these golems are here, Mr. Villager had arranged for a contingency of his people. This is the Dungeons and Dragons game that we play, to actually live here in this Minecolonies Arnaaluk city, the city of Arnaaluk. It was an experiment. Uh-oh, look what we've got. We've got another cat. Somebody's cat has escaped. Someone brought a cat with them. One of these guys brought a cat, but they also brought golems with them to make them feel more secure. So the same way that we have druids who are peace druids to make the people here feel secure, they brought their golems because that's how they feel secure. Hi, this is Chroma Hill's version of a golem, Chroma Hill's texture pack. And Mr. Villager, this is what I was saying. You can make your own skins for the villagers. You can make skins for the villagers and maybe change. I'm not sure that it'll change the design of them because the body design has to be the same, doesn't it? You tell me. But let's come down here. We're going through the Sakura apartment building. Oh yes, I see you. Are you lost? Are you looking for your... They'll come find her. They'll come find the kitty. So we have kittens. We have cats in the Spirit apartment area. Mr. Villager has a cat, which you didn't name, did you? You didn't name your cat, did you? going to have to do something about the potatoes. There. This is Mr. Villager's apartment. Mr. Villager designed it, and this is his cat. He is the ambassador for the villagers, and he has a special apartment here. And let's see what you're saying. You're ending world famine? Yes, I am. Starting, you want to move a bit of your vision and project waste incineration facility? No. Convert one of the farms into a bio-waste? No, we're not going to do that. We have an environmentalist and we have two environmentalists. We have Greta and Azrael, and we already have recycling. What I want to do is, Mr. Villager, do you need some potatoes? Do you need potatoes? Because I can sell them to you, or I can use them for in exchange. And I could do that. Otherwise, I'm going to move them to the other 3 warehouses, one of which is Pitti Hamaalaluk's warehouses. We can move some of the potatoes there. So let's come here and let's sort for a second, and let's come to here. How do I want to do this? I have an idea about how I'm going to do this. So let's find potatoes. We'll just show this as an example. Potatoes. TAT. Yes, I know you're upset. And here they are all here. So see, this bottom row here is all potatoes and carrots. Wow, look at the fish. And this is the inequity of the Minecolonies food, and I've talked about this before. This is only my personal criticism. I love the food system. I actually do love the food system. But the salmon is used more than the cod is. And so we end up having a huge amount of cod and almost no salmon in comparison. So if I come here and look at salmon, I'm sorry, Emmy, I didn't mean to click on you. If we come here and look at salmon, see, we only have 1,000. That's just enough for the chefs, that amount. And so that's the problem with that. Let's come over to this side and look at the potatoes over here. Sorry, guys. And this is what we want. So I'm going to take one of these, and then we're going to get all these potatoes and go away from here. Now I have a backpack that is collecting all of these potatoes, and then we'll put these down and we'll put the empty shelves here. That's not going to last long, but it'll be a little bit of a help for them. Let's take these potatoes, and a portion of them, let's look at them in the backpack. So a portion of them are going to the other warehouse that we have here, the Northwest warehouse, and then a portion of them are going, let me put this up here, this here, this here, put the sponge away, and we'll put the glass into the, wait, what is that? Hold on, I saw something else. Let's take the scaffolding down also, and these. Let's take the sign, the torches. All of this stuff is stuff I've picked up, and we're going to put them back into the library because I don't really need extras of these. And so you don't want potatoes? Okay, so they don't need potatoes, so we'll have to sell them to another city. But for the time being, I'm going to divide them. Why don't we take one of the scrubs? Let's come up here. I'm going to take a scrub with this delivery. This is a scrub right here, one of the little ships. And we're going to use this ship and go to the other warehouse. So let's come here. We're at the scrub station. So we have three, one for each warehouse. We're at the main warehouse right now. We're going to go to the northwest warehouse, which is the one that's empty, pretty empty. And we just did, and here we are. We're getting off of this ship, and we're coming back inside. I'm gonna have siren sight for a minute while I'm wet. Down this corridor, this is the fourth rail corridor. We only have 4 corridors that have rails, and they're long, straight corridors like this. This is the northwest corridor here, and this is the northwest warehouse right here. And if we look, you can see a bunch of empty areas here. So we can put some of these potatoes here, and we're going to now. Just for a moment. And how much time do I have left? I could do that later, couldn't I? I could. I think I will. So I've gotten to the point where the only thing that I actually do when I am not streaming is manage the warehouses. I do some warehouse management to tell the story that what happens in those warehouses is that when we have abundance, when we have a lot of things, then those things are removed from the warehouse and are sold to other cities in exchange for food that we can't get, for rice, for mushrooms, for kelp, for chickpeas, for soybeans, for peas, and for nether peppers, and I think cocoa, and for cocoa. Why don't we have farms for those? There's something wrong with the farms, and I've tried to fix them, and they won't fix. So right now we're importing that from other cities, along with rice and nether peppers, where we cannot grow those here. We can't grow them. If we were on a server with other people, we would sell our potatoes to someone who lives in a biome that can grow rice, and we would get the rice from them. So we are Dungeon and Dragoning that story. We're doing Dungeons and Dragons by saying that we are selling those to other city-states, and then we are bringing the merchandise back here. So that I do when I'm not when I'm not streaming. However, right now, since I'm streaming, I'm gonna go spend the last half hour in Pitti Hamaalaluk, the resort. So the druids who live here came here to not be fighting, to not be at war. And they live here, and they're happy here because they can choose other lifestyles. They don't have to be druids, they can be whatever they want to be. And look at all of this. Dun, 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 dun. So this is what we requested to take back to Pitti Hamaalaluk because they need merchandise. So we're taking this back to them. And I think we ordered some other things, but we're just taking this right now. Elaine did not give us a ticket back. So we will get a ticket from here, from Elaine. Elaine, can I, wait, Elaine, oh, whoa, I have to be so careful. Let me put this here so I have an empty hand for when I'm walking around. I have powers. I have to be careful. Oh, there she is.
Hi.
See, she knew I needed the ticket. So she's giving me a round trip ticket for the balloon to go to Pitti Hamaalaluk. And we're just going to go there right now. I have a lot of you watching, so I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. This is going to be a night trip. We're going to take these and put them into here. All of this is theirs, so we'll put it here. And this is the balloon that we're taking back. We're taking this balloon. So we're going to show how this balloon goes. So Pitti Hamaalaluk is in this direction. So the balloon rises up over these trees, and we can see it, and it can almost go almost completely straight over. But we're going to follow the river the way the dog sleds go from the gatehouse. So we have two different ways of getting here, and the dog sleds take this river route. We're looking at the river down below, and they follow the river. You can see the river going right next to that skeleton castle there. The skeletons own this land, but they don't own the river. And so that is why we have a treaty to come through their land on the river with these land dwellers, and that they will not be attacked. And there is the other balloon sitting at the Biome Water River portal. And the way you did returned, by the way, did we return 2049? No, because we don't have the ability to have that many emeralds at any given time, so I haven't done that yet. I'm going to look and see how many we did send you of the emeralds. And then if we come here, we are on this side. The river route comes to this side of the Pitti Hamaalaluk, and right over here you will see the river port coming around the corner here. We will see the river port. Since we're in the balloon, we're just going to take it around the corner to see the river port, and it is right here. Dun, 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 dun. So here is the river port right here. But this is Pitti Hamaalaluk on the mountain top, and if we cross over here, we will see where the balloon lands and where we will land. So we're going to come right down here, and there is our balloon landing right here. And here we go. So we just wanted to show you that this is why we use balloons. This is why we have this balloon. And if we had come in on the balloon, this is where it would have landed, and that's what we're saying we did. And so we're going to come down the ladder here, and let's get out of the luggage. Let's get all of the concrete and acacia that we brought back with us, as well as the potatoes. So we should be able to put a portion of the potatoes in this stash box with these pieces. So we'll do that. And there we go. So we can put in 8 stacks of potatoes there. So let's go to the backpack and take 8 stacks of potatoes right there. And we'll put these in. I think that was too many. Oh no, that's good. And we'll put those in here. And there's one of the couriers coming now, Linda. She's getting some of the things that we just put there. Let's go up and go to one of the other stash boxes that we have stashed around every place. This is the resort. So you have these city of druids, over 170 druids living underwater, and they get homesick for the land. And so we arranged with the skeleton nation that owns this mountaintop to have this mountaintop specifically for them. And they have been building here probably for about three or 4 months. Mr. Villager, do you think that's how long? I think. You give us food like cabbages, bell peppers, and any other foods that you cultivate exclusively, and we give you traditional household goods. Yeah, that's one of the things. Are you out of...
Great to see you.
Are you out of compost? Does he not have anything to compost? So we'll have to bring some seeds here probably to nourish the ground here. we're going to the warehouse for the resort, and we're going to put some things in the stash box for a moment. So let's go to our backpack and let's remove these potatoes. So they're not going to need potatoes from Arnaaluk for a long time, because they're going to have a good amount of these potatoes here. We're going to leave these potatoes for them. So one of the couriers is taking them away as I put them in. You can see the courier taking them away. And we're going to put in just one more stack of potatoes here, and then we'll go and look and see what the builders are doing in this area. Hi, you. You're so efficient. And there's my water reminder. So I'm going to drink some water right now. Hi. You want to see what they're going to do with this many potatoes? They're going to make lots of potato dishes. Lots of potato dishes. Let's go to Romina for a minute. We'll look and see what Romina wants to do with that many potatoes. Romina has the dining hall here. We could go to the Watson, to the chef, but we're going to go to the dining hall. It's closer. Hi, Romina. And let's look at the menu. So she's not serving anything with potatoes yet in the level 4. When we get to the silver, notice she's only going up to silver right now. She's a level 4. She'll go up to gold when she becomes a level 5. So she's at silver right now. I don't know that we can put any of these here. Let me see. Let's find a dish that we know has potatoes. Mutton dinner does. Can we add it? Let's see. We don't have any yet. There's our first dinner. Whoa. The mutton dinner has potatoes, but we don't have any sheep. The steak dinner has potatoes, I believe, and I'm going to look now here and see if the steak dinner has potatoes. Let's look at the steak dinner from Minecolonies. And sure enough, there are potatoes. So steak dinner is going to be one of the things that, oh good, I'm glad, Romina, that they have. And she's now going to begin to do this. I don't think that Watson can make this yet. So we'll see. What in the silver area uses potatoes. Fish and chips does. We don't have a lot of fish here, and this does not use cod. This is the thing that makes me upset. Cod is usually fish for fish and chips, and we're not using that. So I'm not going to do cod. I'm not going to add more salmon dishes because of that to here. The only other thing then would be soup. Look at that. Medicine. It's just going to be a medicine supply, so we'll freeze the potatoes to use for medicine, and we'll just do that. I know that some of the soups have, but we're not serving any of those. Kanji doesn't have any of that. Let's go to here for a minute. Let's go to the JEI and go to @Minecolonies and look at the dishes for a second. And domum is made with eggplant and doesn't have that. Doesn't have any potatoes. See, none of these have potatoes. The only ones that actually do are fish and chips, and it has salmon. The fish dinner has cod, and we'd have to import the cod, which we could do. Maybe I'll do the fish dinner, but it doesn't have potatoes, so it doesn't matter anyway. We're just talking about potatoes right now. There is a lot of cod. We could import some to here. And then this is potato soup. and potato soup only uses one potato, and two bowls and one potato. So and I'm sure they do that so that you don't have to have 3 potato farms. You could just have one farm in a city of one potato farm, and it should be enough. We have 12, 13, 14, 15 restaurants, 15 dining halls depending on potatoes, and that's why we have the 3 fields of potatoes that we have. And yeah, if they at least give you some smashed, it would have your support. You want mashed potatoes. Yeah, isn't that interesting that mashed potatoes aren't here except in the dinners? And I think that the dinners are claiming that they have mashed potatoes. So the steak dinner has potato, but that looks like a big potato there. And then the fish dinner has potato, doesn't it? The fish and chips has potato, and then the fish dinner doesn't. Wait, that's the fish dinner, and it doesn't have potatoes. So if we do it, we would just be doing it to use some of the cod from the other city. But isn't that curious how little potato is being used? Isn't that interesting? Now, we do rabbit stew, and I think rabbit has potato in it. Let's see if rabbit stew has potatoes. Yeah, it has baked potatoes in it. So we do have rabbit stew because these are Druids and they use rabbits. They use rabbit feet and rabbit fur, and so they eat rabbits as well. And that's why we have some. And so she could serve rabbit stew here. And let's see if she is. As a matter of fact, she is. So she now has rabbit stew. And now she has steak dinner. So that's going to give us some use of potatoes. She did have something else, potato soup at one point, but it's down low and they won't eat it. Beyond a certain point, they won't eat certain things. It doesn't matter. So this is silver, this is bronze, and I think there's potato soup, but they won't eat it. We don't have anyone who's eating at that level anymore. We have people who are eating at the silver level and about to start eating at the gold level. And so we're trying to hold on to the silver, the bronze level in the housing for as long as we can to get rid of some of this bronze food that we have on stock, because other than that we're going to have to send it to other cities, at which point they don't want any bronze food anymore. And we'll look at that. And you forgot that. And your tradition one is potato and water, and if you want some spice, you get a few torn oak leaves and some sawdust. You're kidding. There are spices, and are there not spices in Minecraft? In Minecraft, not the mods. So there's Farmer's Delight, there's Pam's, and then there's Minecolonies, and they are the 3 top food providers, food mods in Minecraft. And we're in the farmer's market, by the way. This is a farmer's market here. They want to be outside. This is a fantasy place for the Druids. They live in the trees. They can walk through these huge trees in this old growth forest. And this is why this is the resort. And they can come here and hang out and just pretend that it's like in the olden days where they didn't have to fight and they didn't have to struggle, and they could just live in the forest and be happy. This is a beehive right here. This is a special. This is, whose beehive is it? Is it jungle? Let's go in and look. Let's look at the bill. No, now it says Monster to Mermaids, and that's because I modified this beehive to fit into this area. We don't have jungle trees here. We have a lot of buildings that have been grafted that are made with jungle wood, because jungle wood, whoa, okay, we have to go to sleep. Ooh, it's a bad thunderstorm. Let's quickly go to sleep so that we don't have a fire. Now we have lightning rods all over the city here, but that doesn't stop fires from happening in the forests all around us. So we're going to come to Riley's Druid Station, and we're going to go to sleep here. Everyone's asleep anyway, and now it's the next morning. And let's show people, if this is the first time that you've been here, you will see this is a firefighter's balloon. It is actually the cliff style, Minecolonies cliff style. It's not in Style Colonies, we thought it was, but it is on Planet Minecraft. This is Mixasa and Matlam's cliff style, and these are water guns. And this is a fire truck, essentially. You can see down here some raw areas here. There was a lightning strike here early on, and that is when we decided to put firefighters at the resort. So this balloon is for the firefighting balloon, and then we have druids stationed in balloons. And yay, the air conditioner went off. These druids stationed here look out over these woods, over all of these forests at the foot of the mountain to make sure that we do not have another fire. So at the pasture, we have a firefighter, and then we have another one. Let me see the time. And then this is a firefighter lookout right here, and they're looking over these forests in this area. This is actually delivery balloons. I'm going to cough. Hold on for a second. All right, so sorry about that. So, Mr. Villager, you asked, they're eating the potatoes, they are eating the carrots. Yes, they are. These are delivery balloons. This one right here, it's going to be green when it's finished. It's a level 1 right now. You can see a blue delivery balloon down at the river port. But up here at the university, we have a firefighter's balloon here. And, hold on. So when the air conditioner is on, I have a tendency to raise my voice a little bit when I don't really have to. Isn't that what microphones are for? So you don't have to stretch. And I still stretch too much. You can see another fire location here. We had a fire here as well. And so that's why we have firefighters. Now, the failed chunk loading is because I moved my Minecraft game from one computer to another. And Minecolonies survived it, but the outer chunks, places I haven't been, load differently every time, and so unfortunately that gives me that chunk loader piece. Luckily Minecolonies was fine and loaded perfectly from one computer to the next, and that was really great. So we were putting the potatoes away, and how many potatoes do I still have on me? Let me look at the backpack for a second. I could give them another set of potatoes. They'd never have to get potatoes again from here. They would have them for a long, long time. And we can put the rest of the potatoes in the other warehouse in the city, but we don't need to. Why don't we just go ahead and put some more potatoes back here, and then we'll go and look and see what the builders are working on. And let's do a trade. Let's do the trade. What kind? Do you want potatoes? Because I can't trade anything right now. Oh, and I haven't brought up the thing that tomorrow on Twitch, we're going to do a special. We're going to be a part of a raid. Drone Hands has a new song, a new record, a new song coming out. And for that new song, he's going to have a special event. And we are doing, we are going to be a part of it. I feel honored to be included with this entire musical train that is going to happen. And but Drone Hands knows that Licentious Primus and I are musicians as well, and that's why I say I feel honored that we're actually going to do that. And let's see. Okay, give us 5 stacks. Soon there will be potatoes laying in the streets. We don't need to give them to you. If you don't want them, we don't need them to give them to you. There's plenty of room here for the potatoes to be here, and they need the potatoes, and you actually don't. So it's okay. I know you want to do that to help us, but we are actually doing all right. We're going to put one more set of potatoes here, and then the rest are going to go back to Arnaaluk and be put in the northwest warehouse, where there's plenty of room for the extra potatoes there, and we'll do that. So thank you very much, Deleza. Deleza is helping get those potatoes into the warehouse. Let's go see what Cade is working on. We stopped Cade from working on the university and have him working on the enchanter because he needed so much concrete to build the telescope in the university. And so now he's asking for azalea and glass. We did not bring any glass back, so we're going to have to get the glass that he needs. And calcite. He has some of it, but he does need some more. We'll bring that back.
Hi.
Hi. And you need mud, and no one can make it for you? 17 packed mud. Let's go down to Simeon in the farmer's market. He is one of the lead farmers here. He is the farmer who sits on the council. We have 2 farmers so far, Simeon and Parnell. And let's come here and make sure that he can make mud. So there's mud bricks and packed mud, and he can do it, but he needs hay. I don't know that we have enough wheat to do that. We might actually be out of wheat, and if we are, I'll have to go back and get it to Arnaaluk when we go back there. But so I was talking about the special event that we're having. It's going to be at 3 o'clock in the morning. If you have a Twitch account, you can check in 3 o'clock in the morning, Central Standard Time. My time, Central Standard Time. It'll be at 3 o'clock in the morning, Central Standard Time, United States. So if you have a Twitch account, you'll be able to see that. Let's come here. Let's sort the warehouse, and let's see if there's any wheat for the cows. And there's 3,000. So there is wheat here for him to be able to make that packed mud. He does have he does have the recipe for it. And that is what Cade is asking for. So it's just a matter of time, I think, for him to make those pieces and give them to Cade, give them to a courier to give to Cade. And that's what Cade is waiting for. And he is working on, let's come back over here again and see. Ooh, it's fun to fly around here. And my sisters, my mermaid sisters, would be appalled that I said fly instead of swim. But I've spent so much time with land people that I call it flying like they do. Let's see. Wait, you're working on the hospital. Wait, I'm going to cancel. I'm going to cancel the working on the hospital. Cancel it. I'm going to have him work on Bode's place because Brittany can work on the hospital, or Leandro can work on the hospital. The Enchanter Tower is actually a tree, dark oak enchanter right here. And I don't think this is a level 4 yet. This is a level 3. He should... Is Leandro working on this? Maybe we have Leandro working on that. Maybe we do already have Leandro working on that. And having Bode and having Cade work on this. Bode is the enchanter. Alright, so I shouldn't have done that. So let's go back down to the hospital and get him to work on the hospital. Back to work on the hospital. So let's come here and let's get Cade to finish working on the hospital to upgrade it to a level 4. This is a 3.5 right now. And you can see the lights are now in. These are cliff style walkways and lighting, which is so pretty that when it's done, I'm going to use these. Why do I have to wait? I'm going to use these here for these as well, because it just looks really pretty like that. So we'll put one here also. I think I can. I think I'd have to bring that out. Yeah. We're not going to do that. We'll just use this one here. And so all the lights on this walkway match. Notice the third pool is being built into the mountains. We have hot springs here, and we're building a third pool so that they can enjoy the hot springs. This is the cliff style, and that is a part of the style build hospital. They have 2. I think they only have the one, the spa hospital. I think, did they add another hospital? Let's look for a second. Let's look at the build tool here. Let's come out beyond here and let's click on solid ground. Let's switch to cliff. There it is. So this is Matlam and McSass's style. And let's go to fundamentals. Let's go to the hospital. Yeah, look at this. So did they separate it? This is new. No. This is one hospital. Let's go back and look at hospital. Wait, go back. So we have hospital here and then hospital leisure. What is this? Good for them. Okay, so in the hospital somewhere is this leisure piece here, and that allows for people to sit in the pools. That's what happens. I think this happens at level 5, that gets put in, or that's actually been separated. Fascinating. It's been separated from the hospital. Oh, that is curious. I wish McSassa was here and he could tell me how that's supposed to work. But what it looks like, it's been separated from the hospital and has to be put in separately, that a leisure style, so that people can come to the spa on their days off. And it was a part of the hospital at one point. And can we do, but I don't think we can do leisure with the hospital. I don't know that we can. But that would be an interesting thing for me to look at. But I don't have time. I don't have time, people. I can't believe it. That's 3 whole hours I've been here. I've been here 3 hours. How did that happen? I've been streaming for 3 hours. So I'm going to stand right here, right on this corner where I have this beautiful view. And I'm going to change my view here. And there we are. And thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. I appreciate seeing all of you. Thank you. And for the ones who have been here before, thank you for coming back. Appreciate that. Mr. Villager, obrigado. Thank you for being in chat. Yeah, I know. It's that time. It is. And enjoy your games, everyone. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. If you want information about Minecolonies, you can go out to Minecolonies Discord. You can go to minecolonies.com and you'll see their wiki, and you can find Minecolonies on Patreon. And we listen to Drone Hands music from time to time behind me. The music you're hearing now just happens to be Vincentius Primus's music, and we're listening to a song called Adrift from his Excitable Me project, which is on bandcamp.com. And now we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus play the guitar. He's going to take us out right now. I will see you all on Twitch tomorrow. Bye for now, everybody. Bye for now.